Hello and good day, beautiful soul. This is the Angel Lady Terrie Marie bringing you another segment of Wisdom of the Angels. Live the life you're destined to live. When the angels first gave me that title for these video podcast series, I really debated on whether or not to add the part of destined, because it feels like the meaning of destiny is like it's predetermined, that you have no say, that no matter what you do, there's some kind of fate or story or path already laid out for you, and you simply have no choice. For a long time, I asked, if there is something that we're supposed to do, if people have come here to learn lessons, and we're not going to go into some of the horrific lessons that people have said, well, so-and-so must have come in to learn that. And that never really sat well with me, because why would anyone choose to come in and experience any kind of abuse? And we're just going to leave it at that, because the intention is to uplift rather than to bring in so much of the other kind of energy, the negativity. And I'm being very careful, even though I'm channeling at the moment, I'm still being careful how we present this, because these segments are all about helping you raise your vibration, helping you as a sensitive or an empath, someone who is very sensitive to energy, not overly sensitive to things in general, and addressing or bringing to light some of these aspects of being in physical form. It's part of it, right? It's part of it. So one of the things that I asked a long time, and it took a long time to get the answer, because I had to be ready for it. I needed to be in a certain vibration in order to actually hear the message. And when we say, and we've heard people say, well, that's a lesson that this soul, or the contract or an agreement that so-and-so made before they came. And maybe so. So there are some lessons that a particular soul came to learn. So that's part of their path or their pathway. However, within that, you get to choose how you then experience that agreement or that contract. Now, this may be a little bit out there for some, hopefully not for you. And if it is, just be open to the concept that it's not, there's nothing carved in stone. It's not predetermined that you have to do X, Y, Z, or you're going to mess it all up. Whatever your purpose is, whatever your pathway is, as long as you keep moving one step at a time, one step forward, you're going to know, provided you don't keep putting up walls of energy resistance or hit the speed bumps or just flat out say, not doing this. We all have a choice. And Angel Pathiel, and I'll type his name in the comments here, Pathiel, Pathiel, Pathiel. His name translates into the opener. So he will help you open your pathway mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, and physically. Help you open the pathway so that you know more about what it is you came here to do. Even if you already have a pretty good idea, there's always more to understand. There's always more to see. There's a different perspective of things. There's a different way. It's like a diamond in a lot of ways. There's another facet. A diamond, or any gemstones that have been prepared for jewelry, there's always a facet. And even, that's true, even in the natural crystals, the points, there's more than one side, more than one facet. So even within nature, without humans touching anything, there's more than one way to see a crystal, a mineral. There's more than one way to understand and see a concept. There's more than one way to travel your path. Part of the experience is remembering, really remembering and tapping into those parts of you that are limitless, where you don't experience, or where you move through the experience of resistance and obstacles, recognizing them and yet going, okay, that was then and this is now. It's another way of saying stepping into the light, stepping into who you are more fully, stepping out of the shadows or coming out of the spiritual closet, tapping into your own intuition, to spirit, to your guides, to angels, to your higher self. And Angel Pathiel will help you with that. So even though we who have accepted that premise of creating a contract, like your life purpose is a contract, it's an agreement that you came here to fulfill. Now, how you do that, or how long it takes, how hard you make it, how easy you make it, those are all your choices. You can go fighting tooth and nail. Holy moly. When I was a little girl, I turned it all off. I was so different from everyone in my very small family, and I didn't know how to relate because I just felt out of place. Maybe you can identify with that or resonate that you just being uncomfortable. And it took me a long time, a very long time, and it was a very big struggle and a challenge to actually be comfortable being uncomfortable. For the most part, I'm comfortable now. There are still times it's like, okay, we're starting something new, or we're shifting, or we're tweaking, or things don't go as planned. Not my plans anyway. And we get to manage how we react, what comes next, how easy we're going to make it for ourselves, or how difficult. Pathiel is an amazing, amazing the angel whose energy is all about stepping into the light, clearing blockages, and helping us, helping you, helping me with more positive beliefs. If we don't believe it, we can't see it. If we can't see it, then we can't believe it. So how about combining the two and clearing from your conscious mind? Because that's usually the culprit, right? The conscious mind only allows us, until we reprogram it, until we train it differently. The conscious mind does its best to filter everything through fear and doubt, because in its mind, that's the only reference point of keeping you safe and protected from failing, people judging, criticizing, being unkind in their words or their comments, or sending really not nice energy to you. Let's see what else. Failing, because if you never try, then you can't have failed. And there are so many beautiful souls who would rather dream or say they're going to do something rather than actually try it. And I don't mean like I'm going to try to do something, but you give it in real, honest, authentic attempt, and not just maybe one or two or three or four. Maybe it's going to take 50 or 60 or 100 or 1,000. Hopefully not that many, but it might. And so what do? How do you know which pathway is yours? Well, if you never start, or you stop along the way, or you give something, if you don't try something, if you don't take a deep breath and give yourself permission to explore and discover, you'll never know. Some of my clients have 4 or 5 different things they want to try. I say, okay, so which of the 5 or 6 are the 3 that really excite you more? And then I say, I'm not saying you can't do the others, but which right now excite you the most? And then they'll choose. So I said, okay, now of those 3, which one really pulls to you or out of you or from you? Which one really calls to you to start working with and really take a deep dive in? Okay. So now that you've started on that path, see where it leads to you. You never know. Maybe the other 2 or 5 things are going to join you along the way. But if you don't choose where to start, and even if you have started, maybe there's some course correction. If it's good enough for an astronaut, it's good enough for me, and it certainly should be good enough for you. If an astronaut or a pilot needs to make course corrections, you know, why not? So call in or invoke or ask Angel Pathiel, Pathiel, to help you know when to follow a path or a certain course or direction, when to give a course correction, and where to start. And maybe you've already started, so what would be the next place to start? What's the next piece for you? What is the next piece for you? Pop that in the comments. Love to hear from you. I will be back round. And if you'd like to join us, we have an Angels and Crystals for Empaths. It's a membership program, and we have classes every Friday. Angels and Crystals, meditations, how they work together, how they can help you raise your vibration, manage energy, and which angels can do what for you, and the crystals that they work with or that work with them. Thank you for being here. Hey, Roseanne, how are you, beautiful? Thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna just double check and see if there's anything else I'm to share with you from Pathiel. So just to have courage and to choose your path. And it's okay if you change it along the way. It doesn't mean it's a mistake or a failure. It says you tried something and it worked, or not so well, or not at all. And then you know what not to do and what else you want to do. So come by. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is you want to do along your own path. Where are you on your path? And I'll put the link so you can check out the Angels and Crystals for Empaths. It is an amazing group, and we have classes every Friday. Talk to you soon, beautiful soul. Bye-bye for now.